So we're thinking about like how do we maintain performance at a high level
Mm,
essentially. And keep in mind performance is dictated by your state, your mental
mm,
and emotional state. Okay. Dependent upon the mental and emotional state you find yourself in, and that could be focused, that could also be overwhelmed and anxious, right?
sure.
um, so dependent upon the mental and emotional state you're in will dictate, how what level of performance you have. Now your state, if we take that back even more, your state is dictated by a couple things. Your physiology, right? How
Mm,
are you breathing? What's your body like? What are you in your body? Are you out of your body? It's your internal dialogue. What are you thinking about? What are the thoughts that are running through your head? What's that internal chatter like? And it also is like where your focus is. Where is your attention? Is your attention on yourself? Is it on the task? Where is your attention? I think that's all different aspects of where we need to place um, the most attention on those different
mm,
aspects so that we can be in the proper state so that that state can then dictate the performance we have. You talked about flow state. I think when we think about like flow and how flow happens, because that's how people get into that high performing state where they can push through, or as we said, even you don't even feel like you're pushing through, you just feel like it's effortless, the work you're doing, you're in this just creative mode of flow. I mean, just the word itself describes what it feels like,
right.
um, and this happens when challenge meets skill at the right level. So
Okay.
if the task that you've presented yourself is way above your skill grade, you're going to feel anxious, you're going to feel overwhelmed, you're going to feel like you may want to procrastinate or distract yourself in some way. On the flip side of that, if your skill and your abilities are really high and the challenge is super low, you're going to be bored, you're going to be apathetic, you're going to feel like I'd rather be doing something else. You're not going to have It's not going to hold your attention. So when you have that right balance of challenge meeting skill right at the level, and I think in the literature, 4%, meaning if your challenge is 4% higher than your current skill, it's not overwhelmingly more challenging than what you're capable of, but
Mm.
that little bit of challenge above your skill grade gets you to really focus in.